Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we're gonna be looking at how to bring your voice back after you've been sick. So I know it can feel kind of scary as singers when we get sick and our voice starts to go and we wonder, is it safe to sing? And how do I get my voice back into shape after I've been sick? And so in this lesson, we're gonna be diving into exactly that. First things first, you're gonna wanna test out if it's safe for you to start singing. Now, a great way to do this is to try a vocal fry. So if you can make this sound, chances are you're okay to go ahead and sing. If you can't, if you try to make that sound and you get this, probably means your vocal cords are swelling or swollen, and this is common. If you've been coughing, that's very traumatic for your vocal cords. And if that's the case, then maybe wait a little bit longer before you continue. So, some of the remedies for singing while sick or recovering from being sick are: you're going to want to grab a straw, or you can use your cheeks, but we're gonna do what is called an SOVT exercise. So that stands for semi-occluded vocal tract exercise. And basically what we're gonna do is, if you have a straw like this, you can just sing through it, do some sirens. If you don't have a straw, you can puff up your cheeks like this. Same effect. So do a little scale like this one. And just keep going. Or you can use your puffy cheeks. And you would go up and down wherever's comfortable. And the crazy thing is, after just a couple rounds of that, my speaking voice already feels more stable and clear. These exercises are seriously a magical, magical tool. Now, if you really want to take this up a notch and you have a straw, you can actually do that puffy cheeks with the straw. It's way more challenging, but you're gonna get more bang for your buck. Watch this. So my cheeks are inflated as I'm doing that. I'm really having to work for it, but it's doing wonderful things to my vocal tract. It's basically sort of inflating it, and everything's getting sort of used and stretched and gently massaged. It creates like a perfect environment for you to sing and recover your voice in. So that sets you up to do an exercise where your vocal cords are resisting that breath coming from the bottom. Now we're gonna do something super crazy, and we're gonna flip that around with something called reverse phonation. So you're gonna make a sound on an inhale. It's gonna seem really crazy, but watch. Okay, so I feel really silly doing that. I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna look for a note that feels comfortable for me to sustain and that I can get vibrato on. So maybe, Now, if it feels tricky on that shape, you can kind of manipulate your vowels. So I'm gonna do that again, but this time on an oo. Okay, that was way easier. I felt that vibrato right away. And the reason this is so important is that vibrato is a symptom of balance. So this means that my vocal cords are in a good space, they're doing exactly what they need to, and I'm not tense. So looking for that vibrato is gonna give you a clue that you are going in the right direction. Now, one more exercise that you can do to help bring your voice back after you've been sick is the bubble. This is great because the resistance is happening at the lips. So you've got all this breath coming out, it hits the lips, there's that resistance of, and it's just really, really good for massaging and balancing out the voice. So you're gonna wanna stick with a very comfortable range. This is not the time to push yourself to go super high or super low. I'm gonna start where I'm comfortable, which is probably about middle C. I'm not forcing it. And I'll just go up and down in sort of a narrow range, just massaging the voice until I feel a little more free, a little more limber and ready to sing. So there are some exercises that you can do that will help you to recover after being sick. Now, if you have to sing, if you are a professional singer and say you've got a gig and the show must go on, it's probably safe to do so as long as you can get that vocal fry, but just be prepared. You may notice that you have flips or cracks or weird things that are happening with your voice. Don't try to force those things to prevent them from happening. It may just be that you have to acknowledge that your voice isn't in optimal shape for that particular performance, and that is okay. So there you have it. Those are some exercises that you can do to help bring your voice back after you've been sick. Now, as a final little thought, make sure that you're drinking lots of water all the time. Being hydrated is super important. Get lots of rest, and if you can, hydrate those vocal cords by using a nebulizer or even putting some hot water into a sink. Make sure it's not too hot, but grab a towel, put your head over, carefully breathe in, allow that to soothe and hydrate your voice, and you will be on your road to recovery and singing well before you know it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. I would love to hear from you, and happy practicing.